What's up, guys? In this video, we're talking about Amazon merch tier 10 sellers. Should you or should you not buy your way out of tier 10? This is I don't know, is it controversial? It's definitely been disputed in the past. I know people have various feelings about it, and I invite you guys to let me know how you feel about it in the comments section below. But I'm going to offer up my thoughts on buying your own t-shirts to get out of tier 10. Of course, tier 10, we call that merch purgatory because you only get one upload a day, maximum 10 designs available for sale. And it can definitely be hard to make some sales when you're basically kneecapped. Is kneecapped the right word? Yeah. When you can't list more than 10 products for sale, and you've got people like myself in tier 200,000 when we can list 200,000 unique designs for sale on Amazon's catalog. So I'm going to give you my thoughts on all of this in this video. Let's get started. Real quick, I wanted to remind you, I run a weekly print-on-demand giveaway. It's completely free to enter, and you can just use the link at the top of the description to do so. 2 winners are going to be randomly selected and announced, and they're going to receive all of these prizes. Shout out to the sponsors. Also in the description, I've got a link to my 7-day Merch by Amazon mini course. All I need is your email address. I'll send you 1 lesson a day. And I've got a great Merch by Amazon Facebook group. If you guys would like to join, I'd love to have you there. All right, so let's talk about buying your way out of tier 10. Let's start with the pros, all right? And there is the obvious pro. We're going to do pros and cons, of course. The obvious one is that we're going to get out of tier 10. Now, this brings me to a common question, and that is, do we instantly get out of tier 10 once we make that 10th sale? And what actually happens is something along the lines of you don't necessarily need 10 sales to get out of tier 10. Generally speaking, from my experience, you need roughly in the range of 50% to 80% of your tier in sales to get out of that tier. Okay, so if you're in tier 10, you know, I've seen people get out with 4 sales, so I know that's possible as well, but it's probably not that common. You can probably get out with somewhere in the range, generally speaking, probably 5 sales to 8 sales. Okay, so if you're going to buy your own shirts, the first thing you should probably know is that, you know, how many do you actually need to buy? Okay, now, when you buy 5 to 8 shirts, you're not instantly going to get out of tier 10 either. They do tier ups globally. Okay, and it's not, it's changed over the years, right? So I want to say definitive things. I know people love hearing definitive things. Things aren't always black and white though. So in the past, it really felt like everybody got tiered up together. Nowadays, based on what I see in Facebook groups and stuff, it seems like there are waves. So maybe one group gets tiered up Tuesday, and then the next might get tiered up Wednesday, and then there might even be a third wave on like Thursday. Okay, I've certainly felt like I've seen some of that where it might be delayed for some people. But rest assured, if you know, I think a safe bet is if you buy 6 or 7 of your shirts in tier 10 and you have all 10 slots filled, because they actually do take into account how much of your upload slots have you filled, then you should be very high likelihood going to get tiered up in the next tier up. Of course, we've also seen examples, and I feel sorry for everybody that is included in this example, where you're, you know, well above the number of sales you should need. Like you might be in tier 10. Actually, I'll use my girlfriend as an example. She was in tier 500. I don't remember exactly how many sales she had, but she certainly should have been eligible for a tier up, and it just felt like it took forever. I think it took like 2 months longer than it should have for her to get tiered up, but finally that day came, and hopefully that won't happen to any of you. But as far as the pros go of buying your own shirts, you're doing it on your own schedule. So you're not just sitting here all day looking at your pretty merch Chrome extension where it puts the little fishing guy, you know, waiting for a fish to bite to get that first sale of the day. You're not gonna have to sit there and wait and wait and wait all day every day for that sale to come in. You're gonna get those sales on your own terms, right? And if you know, put all of the products in your cart, let's say you buy 6 shirts and then you place that order, well, hey, you don't need to guess. You already know. You're going to hear that cha-ching noise, and you're going to see 6 sales on your Merch by Amazon dashboard, probably within 20 minutes of placing that order. As far as, you know, buying your own shirts goes as well, like, you can give them as gifts. You can do, you know, birthday presents. You can give them away. Whatever makes sense to you. Maybe you buy them and you put like a, you know, I don't know, something. If you know friends, family, or a local business that maybe will buy them off you, you could also do something like that. So you don't necessarily have to be out the money. But I'm also going to include some tips for buying your own shirts. So bear with me. As far as cons go of buying your own shirts, to me, the glaring one is, you know, we're in business to make money. And if you are spending money, to buy these shirts through Merch by Amazon, there's no way to do it at a profit. Like there's no way to buy your own shirts through Merch by Amazon and not pay more than you're going to see on the royalty side. Like, because Amazon's going to take a percentage, like their percentage, their cut of the sale price goes up with the price of the shirt. So well, actually, I'm going to do a tip right after this. I'll do tip section, but pricing your shirts will be in the tip section for sure. Other cons, it's not, this is the biggest con that made me want to do this video, is when you buy your own shirts and you jump from tier 10 to tier 25, like how much really changed? So now you can list an additional 15 unique designs, but like, is that going to make or break your business? Is that much of a significant leap forward? The one thing that worries me is like, and it's not true about everybody that does this, but if you buy your own designs, like, are you missing some best practices? Like, it may feel like you accomplished something, but, and you did, I guess. You get 15 more designs. That's a 150% increase, right? But you still got to adhere to the best practices of Merch by Amazon. You still need to know how to research, how to do good, search engine optimization for Amazon's algorithm specifically, right? But also keep in mind that they're going to get indexed by Google as well, so it doesn't hurt to have some knowledge of Google's algorithm as well. You need to have like a good grip on the design best practices, because we're building a long-term business. And anytime you're spending your own money on designs and you're having a net loss, it could be a means to an end. I get it, but it's not building your business. You know what I mean? It's kind of like putting a Band-Aid on something. And I'm not judging. I'm not saying this in a judgmental way, because I know for some people it makes sense and you do it and it's all good. But just keep in mind that like you're not going to be able to avoid doing the things that maybe would have gotten you out of tier 10 in the first place. Of course, you can also, on the flip side of that, do everything right and still not get out of tier 10. So that's why I'm not trying to be like judgmental or too harsh when I say these things. All right, tips if you're going to buy your way out of tier 10. Some of you guys may have not even thought about this, by the way. So if that's you, let me know in the comments below if you have questions or anything like that. But yeah, you can buy your own shirts out of tier 10, guys. This is not the same as doing it through Seller Central. Remember, when you publish through Merch by Amazon, guys, it's sold by Amazon. So when you buy your own product, there's not necessarily, I mean, there might be, but I don't think there is, if I had to guess, a link between, oh yeah, this product is actually sold by Amazon, but behind the sold by Amazon is actually uploaded by this person. Like, I highly doubt that they're drawing that connection. That's just my thoughts on the issue. As far as tips go, though, first thing I'd recommend, guys, price your shirts at $13.07. Price them at the lowest price possible, because everything above that, remember, Amazon's cut scales up with your list price. And so you're just giving Amazon more of your money. I don't think there's any benefit of pricing high when you buy your own products. So you can temporarily reprice your listings if you had them higher than $13.07, even though for tier 10 I do recommend $13.07 price point, but you can decrease the price to $13.07, buy them, and then increase the price afterwards. That works just fine. Another thing that I would highly recommend, if you guys are still with me, hit that like button, because this is a good tip that I'm about to drop. So make sure you hit that like button. That would really be appreciated. Helps the YouTube algorithm get this video out there. When you buy your own products, do a search, find, buy the way that a customer would. Okay, so don't just like copy paste your ASIN into the toolbar, or don't just go to Merch by Amazon, click manage, and click the live link to your product. Go to Amazon, go to the search bar, type in valuable keywords relevant to your listings, click your own listing, add to cart. Now, this may take a really long time if you're in really saturated niches, but here's the thing. Every sale that comes through Amazon, it's learning, okay? So it's going to learn what keywords you searched before you clicked, added to cart, and checked out. That is going to benefit you over the long term. So you really do want to do that. Okay, that's something that I don't think most people do. You certainly should, in my opinion, very strongly think you should do that. Even if you think maybe you don't want to just add to cart and add 6 shirts to cart, maybe you just do one at a time. So you do the search, find, buy, check out, process the order, search, find, buy for the next one, check out, process the order. That's an even safer way of doing it. To piggyback off of that previous tip, I would also recommend listing shirts. If you're going to buy your own, you're not going to want to delete them in the future, because once they make a sale, they're forever cemented in Amazon's catalog. If they don't make a sale, then after 365 days, they will be automatically removed. So you're going to have products now that are forever on sale on Amazon's catalog that can hopefully make you money repeatedly into the future, year after year. As a result of this, you should be posting products in niches that make sense, that have some staying power, that aren't like a 2019 themed shirt, because after 2019's over, is anybody going to be buying that shirt? Probably not, right? I just made that number up because it's in the past, but you get what I'm saying, right? Maybe make it like a generic Christmas shirt, right? Then it sits on Amazon's catalog. Maybe every Christmas you make a sale. Alternatively, see if you can get paid to buy your own shirts. Maybe if it's like friends, family, do you think they need shirts? I mean, you know, a lot of people are business owners these days, especially after COVID. A lot of people launched businesses. Make a Facebook post, see if anybody needs merch for their business. See if they'll pay you to buy your own shirts. You just list the stuff. It doesn't have to be public. You can also launch it privately through Merch by Amazon. That's another way of doing it. So that's also an option. The last thing I wanted to leave you with is that you can also list your products for sale on like Etsy, for instance. And if you make an Etsy sale, you can, you know, you can actually do this. You can go to Amazon. I mean, I wouldn't do this too often because I think it may get you in trouble with your Amazon buyer account. But you can go to Amazon, purchase your own product, have it shipped to your Etsy customer. So that's another way of buying your way out of tier 10, except you're not really buying your way. You're letting the Etsy customer buy your way out of tier 10 for you. So those are my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. Hopefully this video was helpful. By the way, I do have a full Merch by Amazon course walking you through how I went from tier 10 to tier 200,000. It didn't happen overnight, so, you know, full disclosure, but you're going to learn all of my best practices, step by step, my exact processes to start, scale, and even automate your Merch by Amazon business. So there's a link in the description if you want to learn more. Thank you for watching, guys. Please like, please subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new video.